Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Xillia. In the last episode, we confronted King Noctigal and stopped him of his evil tyranny plans. Unfortunately, they resulted in his death. In today's episode, we are going over to Fezebel Marsh because Rashugal has declared war on Rashugal, and they're meeting at Fezebel Marsh to do war. We're going over there to stop Gilland from using the Lance Kresnik. First, we've got a skit here in Arklund Quag. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Human history.
I understand that humans haven't engaged in large-scale warfare since the Battle of Fezebel 20 years ago.
For someone who doesn't meddle in human business, you sure seem to know a lot about our history.
I read a book about recent human history while I was convalescing in Lorand.
You read it in a book? Guess Jude's not the only honor student.
The book confirmed my theory. Humans haven't changed one bit since ancient times.
And I suppose your impression of ancient times also comes from a book.
Did you say something?
Oh, I just said that as long as humans never change, we mercenaries will never go hungry.
Well, we've got another skit here. This one is involving Leia, mastering the staff.
Oh, that's some fine staffmanship.
I'm still learning. I won't quit training till it's an extension of my body.
Your dedication to your art is admirable. It puts mine to shame.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Now don't get all psyched up just because she praised you.
Whatever, I'm psyched! Yeah! Ow! My head.
See? What did I just tell you?
No, it really hurts.
You'll be fine. Here, I'll take care of it for you.
Leia truly handles her staff well. But Jude handles Leia even better.
Probably because he knows how she acts because they're childhood friends. Anyways, we're here in Arklund Quag. All the enemies here are water-based enemies. So if you have a fire weapon, you have everything under control. This is probably the first time we fought this brand of enemy. I can't remember if we did or not. These enemies are pretty much lizard people that have really sharp swords and everything. I think we fought these guys before, but I'm not too sure. But they're actually kind of mean if you let them be. If you don't let up on them. If you don't let up on them for a second, they'll come and slice you and knock you to the ground. It's kind of devastating, so you kind of want to be careful of that. But we've also got the standard frog enemies that come up and attack you. And now we got another battle with Pogwiggles. And these are Pogwiggles. Bog Pogwiggles. I think that's the name of it. Again, all these enemies are weak against fire. So if you have a fire weapon from your shop, honestly, I would stick with this weapon for a while, because you're going to be pretty much using the fire-based weapon for a long time. But that's pretty much it. Now, I mentioned that this is kind of a bog-like area. It's kind of like the Zagat Flood Meadow in a way. But if you come over here, let's go ahead and check this. It's got a big horn, more materials and stuff like that. It's like I said, it's kind of like the Zagat Flood Meadow in the way of it'll have these like shallow puddles that you can't cross, and they kind of like take up majority of the map. So be mindful of that whenever you go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and check this bag here. Inside's metal crystals.
I'm all puffy and wet. I hate being puffy and wet.
Tipo swelling from all the moisture.
Tipo, you might want to just be put away for a little bit. But we've got another skit here. The decisive type.
Many of the provisions we packed are nearing their expiration date.
You sure do sweat the little things. I'm surprised you could handle being a tactician.
It is a tactician's duty to consider and prepare for every possible complication. Momentary oversights bring enduring wounds.
But isn't it also true that a moment's hesitation can lead to a lifetime of regret?
It is, which is why a leader must make snap decisions without hesitation.
Then I shall make the call. We will continue to eat the provisions until 2 months past the expiration date.
Yes, ma'am.
You must love that about her. The fact that she can cut through all your worries in an instant.
Are we talking about the way I feel about her, or the way you do?
Oh, Rowan's kind of like me in a way, because I kind of had the same instance this morning. I kind of left the light on when I went to work this morning, and it bothered me the whole time I was out at work today. I was just like, yeah, I did not turn that light off. Darn it, I'm gonna have to. He was like, that's gonna be a major hit to the electric bill. Crap. Oh, jeez. But anyways, we're fighting these plant-type monsters again. Like I said before, all the enemies are kind of weak to fire, so if you have a fire weapon, you're pretty much set for this area. It's gonna be like that for like every like flood meadow area, or bog-type area, or swamp-type area, whatever other acronyms of bogs, swamps, and flood meadows are. But little tip, because I don't really go over the shop levels very much, and I know I cut out pretty much all the, you know, shop expansions and all this other stuff in Let's Play, because it's just, you know, tedious. It's kind of like the same way with leveling up and everything. It takes a long time, and it's just like me doing the same thing over and over again. You do want to collect every type of material, whether it be like feathers, or bird materials, or minerals, or bugs, or, you know, monster parts and fish and stuff like that. You want to grab all types of materials that you can, so because every so often in-game hours,
I'm gonna get all mushy.
Tipo or Elise, it might be a very good advice to put Tipo away for a little bit until we get past it.
My old bones tell me it will be a heavy rain indeed.
But anyways, you want to collect all the materials, because every few in-game hours, I guess, in a way, this game doesn't have like a time lapse or anything. It's just like every like few minutes in game time, it'll the shops will change what items are like can do more experience points. Like, let's say like the weapon shop, it'll say like a monster ×2. That means materials under the monster category will do 3 times experience points. That's why you want to do it. You want to make sure that you always have that in stow and everything. You want to always have some sort of material in that category, so whenever you do that, you'll have the material to upgrade your shop a lot faster. But this is what I was talking about. Those lizard guys, if you let them have an opening, they'll dive at you and they'll, you know, do a lot of damage to you. It's like, this was just really annoying. I was just like, God damn, just stop digging in the ground and diving in water and stuff. See, like, it's really annoying. These guys are annoying, so these guys are pretty much your worst enemy here, honestly. Even though they're still weak to fire, it's really annoying because whenever they start the attack, you can't stop it. So it's just like, well, you just have to put up with it, or dodge out of the way, or put up with it and just take damage. Luckily, if you have certain items equipped, you'll resist it anyways. But that's pretty much the little tidbit I want to talk to you about the shops. I know I don't put it on screen that very much, and that's pretty much the reason why. But here, in the central region, on this rock right here, is another Ifreeze treasure. Inside is a mysterious jewel. And we got a title, Pirate Admiral, which means we've gotten, I think, about 40 pirates' chests. Or, there's the harmonica grass. That's the item that we need for a side quest. And actually, we get a skit that occurs right here. Returning to Prin.
With this harmonica grass, Prin can heal the Sylph Jay.
Yeah, let's hurry back to Fenmont.
So we have to actually hurry back to Fenmont. But I'm going to go and do some exploring here in Arklund Quag. I want to go all the way through so that way you guys can see it before we take a return trip back to Fenmont. But, yeah, the title that we just got, we've gotten about 40 Ifreeze treasures. And if you get 10 more Ifreeze treasure, you would get a trophy in this game. So if you're well, obviously, because this is only on the PS3, yeah, you would get a trophy if you did that. I already was in here. I was like, oh gosh, I was already in here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to grab as many materials as you can. And I know I'm kind of like beating a dead horse at this point, but it's just it's easier to have the stuff in your backlog of items So that way, whenever the experience bonus happens in the store shops, you can actually take advantage of it and level up your shops a lot faster. That's one thing I like about this game, but I also hate about it, because if you have a lot of good materials and you could sit here and grind for materials for a long time, you can kind of, in a sense, become OP in a way. Because if you level up the shop a lot, you'll get the best gear and everything. And if you level them up really high, then you have really strong weapons, which will kill the enemies faster. So that's like the only little gripe I have. It makes it a little bit easier, but in the same sense, if you just play, you know, casually like I do, you don't really worry about that too much. I mean, like, yeah, it's important to raise your shop levels, but if you just do it periodically, it won't have that problem. I don't do it like every time I come to a town. I usually come to it like every other town. I upgrade shop and everything. But here in the north region is the other Ifreach treasure in this tree right here. Inside is a devil's tail. it's another accessory. So there's both of the Ifreach treasures here in Arklund Quag. So we've gotten 100% in Ifreach treasure there, and we're actually 100% of mysterious jewels right now too, because we've gotten 18 out of the 23 that we needed. But that's pretty much it here in Arklund Quag. We pretty much went over everything right now. Like I said before, now that we got the harmonica grass, we can actually go back to Fenmont and finish that side quest, which I'm actually going to do right now. Right over here, after I kill this enemy. Right after this save point is where Fezebel Marsh is. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut. We're going to go ahead and take a quick... Well, actually, we're not going to cut. We're just going to go ahead and warp. I'm sorry about that. We're going to go over to Fenmont. As you guys can see, you can't go to any other place yet. You can only stay in Fenmont. So, if you're trying to fast travel, you can only be in Fenmont right now. So, if we got to go fast travel back to Fenmont and go back to the Talon Medical School and go back in that room, we can go ahead and give Prin the harmonica grass to heal the Sylph Jay that she was tending to. So let's go in here to the outpatient wing. And we come down here to the examination room 5. I think that's what the name of the room is. Yep, I was right. Let's go inside.
What? Our mission is finally over, and there still isn't anything you can do?
Please, calm down, Lady Nadia. My friends will be back with harmonica grass for him soon.
Blah, blah, friends this, grass that. Don't you get it? We need to get out of here.
We got the harmonica grass.
The hell?
Agria, what are you doing here?
These your so-called friends?
Yes.
This is classic.
How do you know Prin?
Because she's the liaison for us Azul spies.
Lady Nadia?
Ah, who cares? These chumps don't have the balls to rat you out. Prin's job is to pass all the juicy information I collect back to Azul.
Is that true?
It is.
And this Sylph Jay was your means of communication.
No way.
How does that feel, Pimple? How does it feel to know you tried your very best to help an enemy spy? Pew! Not only do you stink of hypocrisy, you reek of stupidity, too!
What?
Leia!
I'd stay back if I were you. Wouldn't want to get my stench of stupidity on you.
Come on.
Excuse me. I just wanted to thank you for all your help. If you hadn't brought the harmonica grass, Bobo would have died. Now he's going to be fine.
Tell me, do you have some connection to Nadia's family in House Travis?
I do. My mother was her nanny. I've known her since she was a baby.
So Agria really is nobility.
Sadly, Miss Nadia's mother was a commoner, and she was subjected to much abuse because of it.
The Travis family has always been focused on privilege. even by the standards of the 6 ruling houses.
Eventually, Nadia's mother, the only support Nadia had, became estranged from the Travis family leaders. She died shortly after, and Nadia was convinced they had conspired to kill her.
Is that why she became a spy for Rashugal?
It's no excuse for selling out her country, but
Who could blame her at that point?
I suppose what Rashugal was doing would be unacceptable in any country.
Prin, is Bobo the name of that Sylph Jay?
yes, Miss Nadia named him herself. She's been taking care of him since he was an egg. She's always loved him.
I see. Thank goodness he's okay, even if Agria did laugh at me. I'm glad that Bobo's all right.
Yeah, we all are.
You really are exactly how Dr. Jude described you, Leia.
Indeed, she inspires smiles wherever she goes.
Now that we've done that quest, we're not done with that quest just yet. We're not going to be able to finish that until endgame. So that was just like the first part of it. We still have it in your sub-event like folder in your events and stuff like that. I already went ahead and cut out the backtracking back to the save point. So now that we've crossed through Arklund Quag twice now, let's go ahead and level up our characters real quick. We got about a couple of levels off screen, on and off screen. Let's go ahead and distribute the points here. And let's go ahead and like I said before, I speed this up because this is just kind of tedious at this point. And I know, like, I've actually looked back at a bunch of my videos, and I was just like, holy crap, I have a lot of time I could be saving by just speeding this process up. And that's why I just ultimately decided to do it, because, like, some of these videos, like, that would consist of, like, I want to say about 3 minutes of footage. And I'm just like, holy crap. But let's go ahead and equip some skills here. We've got 11 points here, and I'm going to go ahead and put on Adrenaline Rush and Assault Step. And I think we have enough for that. I was like, I don't know if I want to put Impenetrable Guard yet. I'm going to put that on later when I get more points. But let's go ahead and put on these stat increasing items. Or stat increasing skills. I'm sorry, I meant to say that. And I was like, is there 3? It was like Disorienting Strike. There we go. Let's do that. And I think that's everybody. Leia has some. Let's go ahead and give her the Dexterity. And I was like, well, I got 6 points here. Who can I give it? What can I give her? I was like, what can I give her? What can I give her? I was trying to put Sky Soldiers, like, wait, that's 8. That's not 6. Let's go ahead and put on Lucky Item. That'll have her for 4. And put Aerial Jump on. Now that we've kind of geared up our characters, let's go to Fezebel Marsh.
Identify yourselves. State your names, ranks, and divisions.
I am Rowan Ilbert, Chief of Staff, Rashugal Army.
The Ilbert? As in the conductor?
Correct. I wish to be briefed at once regarding our troop strength and deployment.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
This table creates a tactical diagram of the battle by reading signals from the soldiers' Lilium orbs.
Hey, how come this one looks different?
That division is taking part in a special operation being led by the Deputy Chief of Staff himself. Agria of the Camuriad attempted to block them, but it appears they broke through.
Gillen's operation?
Yes. He should arrive at the operation site a little after 1300 hours. We've been given no details, although we hear this operation will turn the tide of battle in one fell swoop. We've been ordered to concentrate as many troops as possible around that site when the operation commences.
With this route, his destination must be here, correct?
Yes, sir. Precisely. I should have expected nothing less from the conductor.
I do not like where this is heading.
Yes. No doubt he has plans to use the Lance of Kresnik. Yet why did he leave his own army in the dark?
You think we can catch up to them before they use the lance?
I don't know. I hope so.
I stole the key required to activate the lance. I entrusted it to Ivor.
We figured that would be enough to stop anyone from using it.
Nevertheless, it has been deployed, and they are likely readying it for use. That can only mean one thing.
They may have created a new key.
How is the Arjul army marching across the marshes? I don't believe Renome ever arrived.
Are you familiar with the boosters that Arjul has developed?
Hey! Quit staring at me like that! I hate being objectified!
The enemy is using them to amplify their mana output and alter the spirit climb in their immediate area.
In other words, they use mana to summon vast amounts of earth spirits and force the spirit climb into Renome. They've actually changed the seasons. A brilliant strategy. One only Wingle could have conceived.
How has Rashugal responded?
We too have boosters.
So you issued one to every soldier, and assigned one man in every squad with the job of altering the spirit climb.
Yes, sir. Exactly as you said.
That sounds like a job for us, Elise.
No, this is Rowan's turf. He's an expert in the use of earth arts.
We have no time. We must intercept Gillen's division. Might I borrow one of your spare boosters?
Chief Ilbert, there's one thing I should mention about the boosters. We keep hearing rumors that their use leads to a serious side effect.
Which is?
They say prolonged use saps your strength.
You mean it leeches away your very life?
The severity of this effect seems to vary wildly among those afflicted. Just to be safe, I suggest you avoid using the booster for long periods.
Alvin?
You sure you want to be standing out there in the rain?
Wait, what? But I swear I heard you from over here.
Say what? You hit your head or something?
Making up lies again?
Jeez, Elise, give me a break.
I'll give you a break, all right? You big fat liar!
You ready to string me up too?
Come now. Given the circumstances, it's only natural for us to become suspicious when you wander off on your own.
Just stick close to us from now on.
Seriously, promise us.
Fine, fine.
But with that, we have arrived here at Fezebel Marsh, and hopefully put a stop to Gillen's plans. But first, Skit, Rashugal's battle plan.
The key to Rashugal's strategy is the hill that overlooks the basin where the two armies are fighting.
You believe they will set the Lance of Kresnik there?
It seems likely. From there, they can snare the entire enemy army while they're all gathered together. If the Lance of Kresnik truly is a mana-powered weapon, it would be a very advantageous location. But to think Deputy Chief of Staff Gillen could pick out that spot so accurately is quite a surprise.
Such a man must not be taken lightly.
I had always thought him a talentless lickspittle, who won his position by flattering Noctigal. But it may be time to reassess that opinion.
So, we're on the eve of battle, guys.
Tipo, I know you're concerned, but you don't need to stare at me like that.
Look at this giant plant! Wow! You can use that as a rain canopy!
Yeah, well, Fezebel Marsh is big battlefield from the looks of it. Let's go ahead and listen to this one. Side effects.
We have to fight hard for everyone's sake.
We can do it!
Are you feeling well?
Huh? Why do you ask?
At your age, you should be worrying about yourself.
Oh, it's nothing important. But if your health changes, please tell me right away.
What he probably means is, if you gotta pee, do it before the war breaks out.
I'm fine.
Mind your own bladder.
Well, certainly no sign of side effects yet.
Mind your own bladder. But, anyways, guys, before we go on to the eve of battle, I'm going to end this episode. So in the next episode of Let's Play Tales of Xillia, it'll be the Battle of Fezebel Redux. We'll see you guys in the next episode.